Hey, Viola Rules here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. So, we're about to go into the final day of the trial, so let's go ahead and get started. We learned a whole lot of information last time, that Matt is guilty for hiring the assassin, but not necessarily guilty for killing Juan, but maybe guilty for killing Celeste? I'm not sure about that part. Who's calling? Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Stop calling me when I'm standing right in front of you. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Yeah, might as well get him a guilty sentence. We will, we have to do a roundabout way of doing it, but we will get him a guilty verdict. He's not getting off that easy. Maya. Phoenix. Mia. Maya. How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But, you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please! There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Come on, Phoenix, snap out of it. Ah, that cursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. It's not on guard. Hi, Gumshoe. You're really mean, pal. Ah, Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you? Let joined the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down. We're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. Got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. Well, you don't have to ask me twice. I have to make the trial last longer? Like we haven't done that before, Phoenix. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you too can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah, it's good to have friends in high places. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. Oh, let's see how this goes. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Ongard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrienne Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrienne Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Ongard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing the nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. Oh, thank you for that. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client so to speak, is Matt Ongard. All true? Well, what a surprising turn of events! You're a little late to the party, Judge, but welcome to it. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Well, that's up to us, Phoenix. So, let's get to it. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will's Powers, to the stand. Oh, right, that's what Will's role was in this. I forgot. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. He can't help it. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. Wait, what? I didn't know that. Yeah, we didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ongard's room. Okay. Sure. Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone, and at first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. You had guests with you? Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. Except it wasn't the bellboy, but whatever. If one assumes that the person Mr. Ongard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Yep, that's how we do it, for the most part. You know, I'm not gonna press everything, I'm just gonna try and find... Yeah, you gave up and then went back? You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Why? He's the bellboy, what does he care? Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Huh? A tip? That's a perfectly normal thing to do, is that Matt normally doesn't give tips? So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. At first? What do you mean by that? I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? Huh? How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it! You really know your job! Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Yes. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Okay, press that. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? That's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. Bellboy's face or Enguarde's tip. I'm assuming that his face is the more important one. I don't know. I guess let's hear about Enguarde's tip. I don't know. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give a generous tip. Wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Could you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. Why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Wow. Oh, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash that can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection. We see, let's raise an objection. I think we need an objection up in here. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. What? Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? Well, that's true, not all of them are. If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. How do you afford your living expenses, Phoenix? So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita. Then the bellboy the witness saw? Yes, he was the assassin. Okay, so it is who I thought it was. Oh, hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? Yes, you have, actually, but go on. I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the Killer? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head, but I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Wow, we're just learning all sorts of new information. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. Okay, so let's see. The second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when I saw that bellboy I saw earlier come out of the room. Which room? Of course, when I say room, I mean Wonkary's room. Thank you for being specific. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much, that is all we need for now. Huh? But, not done, there's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer, then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. Okay, and we'll do this part of the cross-examination next time. I don't know... Well, the fact that the bellboy, quote-unquote bellboy, went into the room and then came out immediately is kind of suspicious, if I'm being honest. But maybe he's just really efficient at what he does. But there was a scuffle, right? There's like a huge rumble in the room, right? We determined that. So Willpower should have heard that. But he didn't mention anything about a fight. So that's a little bit weird. But anyway, we'll continue this in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you all next time.